So it's been a little over half a year since I started the Toymanoids channel. I turned my original YouTube channel, which used to be kind of more like indie film stuff before I had the Wages of Sin channel, where I do all the film stuff now. And I turned this channel into my toy journey, my toy adventures. And since December, end of December, right at January, I've been doing toy hunts, toy reviews, talking about all my toy adventures. And I've been having a lot of fun. It's for me it's keeping a journal of what I collect and what I'm looking for, the things I've found over the year. I often have to go back and refer to videos. I had to go back recently at Joe Fest and watch one of my toy room tour to see if I had some supernaturals. They had some supernaturals there at Joe Fest. Had some good prices, but I'm like, I don't know if I have these or not, and I had to watch my video to see if I had them. So between this and Instagram, it's really helping me kind of keep track of what I have and what I need to be on the lookout for. But at the beginning of the year, I did my toy goals. So in this video, I want to show you some of the things I picked up. I did really well. I kind of achieved some of my goals pretty quickly. And I think they weren't the best goals. A lot of them were things I was excited for because they were just announced and they had popped out. It wasn't like hard to find, but I did achieve some things that I didn't expect I was going to pick up so quickly. And so now I need to figure out what are my new goals. Maybe it's not actually finding something specific, but just what I'm hunting for in general and where I want my toy collection to go. Because as you're going to see, space is an issue. I try to keep most things confined into I call it my office, where I do my graphic design work and stuff, or I watch my movies. A lot of stuff has gone to my studio. I did a studio tour. I've learned this year my collection doesn't have to be permanent. Things can rotate. I can put things on a shelf and leave it up there for a few months and enjoy it, and then I can swap it out and put in some new things. I get excited when new movies come out, so we have like Superman coming out, so maybe some new Superman figures will go on display for a while, and once that kind of dies down, maybe something else will go up there to take its place. But I wanted to do a little check-in, talk about the channel. I wanted to also thank everybody who has subscribed and commented, watched my videos. I'm real excited about that. I have no like huge goals of like becoming like a big YouTuber or anything like that. It's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy sharing it. And if you get to watch it and enjoy it, then that's awesome. Something I've never been great at, social media. My Instagram, I think it does decent. I'm not like a big, as far as numbers, I don't have like huge numbers. I just had one post. It's the only post I've ever had. I just recently posted about the Channel 6 newsroom playset. I think it's got close to 600 likes, which may not be great for a lot of people, but for me, that's like amazing. I've never even gotten close to a number like that. So it's neat to see what people gravitate towards. And I don't know. I put in my hashtags and try to put in decent descriptions. I don't know how to work the algorithm. I just put up things I like, and hopefully other people like it too. But it's fun, and like I said, I'm not doing it for the numbers or anything like that. I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing it, and I hope y'all enjoy it too. So I've mentioned my other channel, Wages of Sin, which me and my friend Dan Beck run Wages of Sin. But one thing, when people come to us and they have an idea, like they want to make something, and like they'll say it's like it's unscripted and it's kind of going run and gun. We've learned, we don't want to do that because it's a lot of work. Saying that, when I started doing this channel, I'm like, I don't want to do anything scripted. I don't want to do anything. I wanted it to be real. I try to keep this real. I try to keep it, what you see is what you get, and I'm not going by a script. I'm just kind of saying my thoughts as they come out. I'll sit down and I'll think beforehand what I want to talk about, so I'm not just rambling, and helps control all the ums and stuff. But you're getting pretty real, pretty raw stuff. Hopefully that's not too bad for you guys. But let me start showing you around the room, show you some of the things I picked up, some of the goals I acquired. So let's take a look. So this is something I have definitely shown before, but I didn't have it on display yet. If you saw in my previous room tour, over here was like He-Man. It still kind of is He-Man down at the bottom, but I had Snake Mountain up here, and before I had Castle Grayskull. But I was like, I want to get this on display, so I'm like, this year I decided not everything has to be permanent. I can rotate things in and out that I like, move things around. So the He-Man stuff for right now is retired to the closet, while TMNT, the Super 7 Turtle Van, gets some display. You can open it up here, check them out in there. Got the turtles, April and Casey up in there. Really like this turtle van. If you watch that video, I mean, I got a pretty good deal. When this first was announced, I didn't think I'd ever get it, but I started seeing it on sale. I'm like, yeah. Over here, still have some He-Man theme. I recently picked up a Flipboard from Mad Hatter. Don't mind the dust. But Flipboard sits there, and man, that guy glows. If you turn the lights off in here, that guy is, yeah, he's bright. But excited to get him in there. I'll move you over since we're over here. Kind of rearranged my shelf over here under my TV. Put the Captain Planet, I think they were up on the top shelf last time, but I've moved them down, and as you can see, here's one of my goals for the year. I really wanted a Captain Pollution. And sure enough, I saw on, I think it was Macari, a really good deal came up. I sent the guy an offer, and I got him. So a piece I was really wanting for a long time. I'm excited to finally have them in the collection. I've been working on my Supernaturals. Here they all are. Definitely need to get some more pieces for them. There's a couple figures I'm missing. Then we have kind of a little mix and match. Another one of the goals I'd mentioned before was my Beetlejuice. I have picked up the car. I had the his magic gravesite. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's not. We also got the haunted flyer. We have some of the figures down here. Definitely need to still on the hunt for some Beetlejuice. I recently completed I've had Bill and Ted, but I never had them both with their guitars. I recently just got Bill, Biker Mice. I'm excited this year that I've had Biker Mice before, but now I've got their bikes. And you know, once I find better upgrades on the bikes and stuff, or even like the figures, all the figures like have their antennas and their helmets. But if I can find their accessories, I will. I picked up some Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. I've had some of these, but I didn't have them all with all their pieces. At Joe Fest, I got a pretty good deal and helped me complete some of these out, and I've sold off some of my extras. So move some guys up here, put my Nacelle Biker Mice up here. Arrange these guys up here some. So I've got the RoboCop, Kenner RoboCop over here. Some Terminator. I've got superpowers and figures that fit in well with superpowers, like the Fresh Monkey Fiction, I think. Makes like the Rocketeer. And we also have a few of the Spin Master. The Spin Master Batman figures mixed in there. Which that was one of my goals, was to get to the Spin Master Batman Forever. Which you can see they're not on display right now. We'll gotta get into that. Put my Visionaries up here. I left some room so I can grow that. Move my Silverhawks up here. Just did some rearranging. Some of my 3 3/4 size figures, which bleeds over into my Star Wars. And then my G.I. Joe down here. G.I. Joe, I've moved a lot of them down to my office that I work in. I'm just kind of keeping a military theme in my office, so a lot of my G.I. Joe classifieds have moved down there. And this little section here, I'm excited about. I just like this a lot. It's kind of like my mascot cereal area. I've got, you know, a few things like E.T.'s hiding in there. And I've got on My Pet Monster, I feel still kind of fits. But, you know, I got Chuck E. Cheese, the cereal mascots. I just like that shelf a lot. It's a lot of fun. Now, you may have seen recently in my review, I did a review of Paternic Designs. I'm always afraid I'm going to say his name wrong. But he is a 3D artist who makes playsets that can go with your TMNT. And as you can see, this one here connects perfectly to the vintage playset. And he has additional pieces he's working on. I've kind of right now got it kind of rigged to, you know, fit in with everything, but he's got some things that are coming out soon that I think will connect everything all together. But really happy with this. I mean, as you can see, it's changed my entire shelf from what it was in my original toy room tour. I've been collecting these little, was it little McDonald's is what they're called. I really want the Boo Bucket. It's really the one I wanted, but whenever there's like a task like this, they show all the things, and there's something in me that's like, I want to hunt these things, I want to get them. But something about that chance of going to McDonald's and getting the one you want, I don't know what it is. I do like McDonald's toys, like especially the vintage ones. Not so much the modern, but these are cool. If they do more stuff like this, I would be eating more at McDonald's. That being said, I'm burnt out on McNuggets right now. So another one of my toy goals this year was the Ghostbusters Firehouse. And I went to Toylanta, and Second Chance Toys had one. And I asked him about it, and I walked around a little bit. At the end of the day, I came back, asked what the best price is, and he gave me a really good deal for a completed Ghostbusters Firehouse. So I'm really happy to have this. Like I've mentioned before, I've never had this. I didn't have it as a kid. So to get this is pretty exciting. You can see I'm starting to fill it out with some Ghostbusters. We got the newer movie versions in there as well. But you're really happy to finally pick this up. And I'll show you a picture of me and my cousin playing Ghostbusters. He got the proton pack, and I just had the ghost popper. So from my proton pack, I had to make it out of a backpack and a part of a dart gun I had. I don't think much has changed. I think the shelf up here has evolved. I definitely picked up some more Battle Beast. Mask. I'm excited for Mask because I just went all in on the Loyal Subjects. What do you call it? It's not a re-release because they've never done it before, but they're coming back out. It's like they're new Mask figures and vehicles. They look like the vintage, but maybe some updates. But I got excited and I went all in, and we'll see how they look. I'm really excited. I think the figures have a little bit more articulation, not much. Maybe I think their shoulders might move a little bit better. So this section over here being what I see the most, because I'm sitting here working and I'll look up and look around at my collection. I kind of focus on this a lot. So I had the new Harry Madballs up here. I like those a lot. That was one of my goals for the year. Wasn't hard to achieve that. Once I could find them in store, that was the hardest part. But you can get them all easily at once. And then I did a review. They're not great. I like them, but you'll see them in my closet here in a second. I needed to make room for something I was more excited about, and that was these Trick or Treat Studios Goosebump figures. I think these are great. I love the way they feel. They display really well. A lot of fun. I think that looks better. I like looking up and seeing that more than I liked seeing the Harry Madballs. Got the Freaky String Madball gun at got that at Joe Fest. Had to do a little cleanup on them, and still there's some work that needs to be done on them, but it was it's tough to get in there and scrub some of that. I guess it's like where the silly string might have like dried on his it's kind of a rubbery plastic. So it can come off, but I'm like, do I mind it? It adds to the character a little bit. It has a little bit of history, but I'm happy to have that up there. I look up there, I'm like, man, look at that. I always pick up Toxic Crusader stuff when I find them at a good price. I've definitely increased my Radiation Ranger army. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but one of the tests I give myself when I see something new, I'll say, would I rather have this new figure, or would I rather pick up another Radiation Ranger? And if the answer is I'd rather pick up another Radiation Ranger, then yeah, put that figure back, and it wasn't meant to be, because I can just go pick up another Radiation Ranger. That's my test. That's how I decide if I want a new figure or not. Definitely done some rearranging over here with Turtles and Toxie. I kind of feel like Batman fits in with the 89 Turtles, just because it was the same time period that those movies came out. And they look good together. I feel like there's a connection with Batman and Turtles. They've done a movie, an animated movie where Batman and the Turtles work together. These are the bootleg Turtles. I've got the new ones, the actual ones coming in from NECA had a deal where you get the Four Brothers and the Spirit of Splinter. Have that on order. So these guys will get replaced once those come in. I won't get rid of them. I just will I'll put them on storage and use them for toy photography, or just as a, hey, here's an example of some bootlegs. They're not bad bootlegs. You get real close, you start seeing the wonkiness in the eyes and stuff. Yeah, I'll be happy to have the real deal. Another thing that's not toys, but it is what I use to take my toy photography and do some of my reviews on, is I got an infinity backdrop for my room. It's just a thing I picked on Amazon. It's a nice little metal frame that the infinity white background you use. Actually, there's more color. I have other colors you can put back there, but I like using the white. But I've enjoyed having this because it makes doing some of the shots I do just more easier to edit, and they're more fun. Sometimes I like doing toy photography that has backgrounds and elaborate setups, but sometimes I just want to show the figure. I want the focus to be just on the figure and the design of the figure and the colors. And having a clean backdrop like this has been great. And before I was just kind of putting up poster board, and you would see the seam where it meets the bottom, and it's I didn't like it. So happy to have this now. Maybe I'll get some better photos, cleaner video. You'll see in a lot of the videos where that's something that's so big, I have to zoom out and you see the sides and stuff anyway, but that's part of me keeping it real. Is sometimes it looks kind of cruddy. He-Man, I picked up some Masterverse, a couple of the He-Man. You got Despair up there. I'm excited. I have in my pile of loot from Big Bad the Masterverse blade. Here's an area I think has probably changed quite a bit. I have updated my Pirates of Dark Water and my Skeleton Warriors area. I think they display well together, but one of my goals, I don't know if I said this was a goal. It's definitely something I've wanted. But I got the Pirates of Dark Water boat. I had it loose in box, and if you watch that video, there's some drama. I broke some vintage parts putting it together. It's my own fault. But it displays really nicely, and I'm happy with it. I'm glad to have it over here. Really like this shelf a lot. And we got some Street Sharks, a mix of vintage and new. I'm always looking for Street Sharks. Then we have a continuation of Street Sharks, and we have the Cowboys of Moo Mesa. I'm really excited for Narcelle's Cowboys of Moo Mesa to come out. I think coming out soon. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Then nothing's changed on the Inhumanoids shelf. Then down here at the bottom, some definite updates to some of the figures down here. I got some more Food Fighters, some of the grocery gang. I got the Heinz 57, the ketchup spaceship. I forget the name, something blaster, but it transforms into a rocket ship or a spaceship. Still messy. Some Toxic Crusader clearance items. I couldn't pass them up. My $10 was too good. I need to get some more collector cases. I need to store some figures. That is where my Batman Forever figures have gone. I think they're really cool figures, but at the time, I didn't want to slam on to put more of the superpower figures up there. I have the new Superman figures. I think they're really cool, but like I said, just don't have the space right now to put everything out, so they didn't make the cut for now. They might get rotated out as time goes on, especially after I see the movie. That'll probably get me excited. Yeah, I got swirl arrows down here. The Batman Forever Batmobile. I love the vehicles, I love the play sets, but it's hard to get them on display. Here's the Madballs, Harry Madballs. They're in here right now, hanging out. If it's in here doesn't mean I don't like it. It just means I don't have the space. I'll take you to my other closet. So in here is still mostly closed, but as you can see, Motu has made its way up here. We have the Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain and Wayne Manor are up here. My Toxie mask. which I like to put on once in a while. You've probably seen maybe a review. I've been wearing it. Now here's a room I didn't show before. I didn't really think it was super exciting, but it does have my Lego collection. I've moved all my Legos in here and populated the shelves here. A lot of minifigures, and it's mostly Star Wars. I like all Lego, but yeah, put some light over here. This is my self-made Mos Eisley Cantina. I'm just taking several of the playsets they had and made my own. I would like to get the official one eventually. We have not the original Jabba sail barge, but it's like the one after. There's a newer one that's out now. My custom Sarlacc pit. We have the Jabba's palace, which had some controversy around it. Different playsets down here. We have the Ghost. And even some Creo. Some, don't mind the dust. Some G.I. Joe Creo. I thought these were a lot of fun. Then over here, we have some Tron, some Back to the Future Ghostbusters. My custom Mad Max car. And now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of the name. These are the Blade Runner spinners. One was I bought like as a set. It was like a little custom set, all with like official Lego pieces. And this one here, I looked up, there was like a build online how to do that one. This is my custom 89 Batmobile, but I recently just picked up the official Lego version, so I'll hopefully be putting that together soon. Got Scooby-Doo and the gang. We have Stranger Things, the house. I think that's a really cool build with the upside down. You can flip the house. But this has made its way in here. Got some Doctor Who. Back over here, it's messy because I put a lot of my shipping stuff when I do sales. But a few more Lego or Star Wars items. Cloud City, which is one of my favorite sets. Just really cool, like, all the different scenes and stuff from Cloud City. Then several Slave Ones from Boba Fett. And we have Mandalorian's ship. This is just a custom build. I made like a little Imperial battle station. You can see all the different things going on in here. Several of the troopers. We have like a gathering of Dark Force users. Some of those are Inquisitor figures. Some of them are off-brand minifigures that fit in with Lego. We have Inquisitors. We have Knights of Ren. Just some fun stuff. And if you look in here, let's see. We have Darth Jar Jar, who we all know is the true villain of it all. And this is my Inquisitor and Knights of Ren display. Some of them are real, some of them are custom real, and some of them are just straight up knockoffs. These here are Jedi Knight Dark Forces customs. And then, some other stuff. We have like some, what's the concept art. Again, mixed in with knockoffs, and some are official Lego pieces with custom printing on them. Like on the Mandalorians, I like these ones that have like the custom armor. They're just fun. Down here we have a mix of, I think, Ninjago and some cyberpunk type stuff, and like some of these were the little minifigures. Dusty. But originally I kind of wanted like a Blade Runner, like a whole Blade Runner theme. And I had one of the Ninjago cities that I was going to build. And I was like, I don't have the space. I ended up selling it. But I liked a lot of their figures. They have like the Kill Bill homage. Then we have Show Nuff. Y'all know who Show Nuff is? And another one of my pickups this year that when I talked about it in my goals video, I said I probably wouldn't be getting any more, but as you can see, I did. Yeah, when I go to Top Dog, they have these there, and it's just so tempting to grab one and hope you get one that you really want. I've been trying to get Soundwave and Megatron, but as you can see, I've had no luck. Getting the Constructicons kind of makes me want to get the rest, and I've seen there's someone that offers like a build that you can take all the Constructicons and build Devastator. It's like a third-party type deal. Looks pretty cool. I don't like the blind box. I still stick by that. But these are really fun figures. I don't have them on display. I just kind of buy them and put them in my little figure storage bin. But they're fun to build and they pose really well. They're cool. We'll see how many more I pick up throughout the year. Like I said, I really want to get Soundwave, and I'd love to get a Megatron. And hopefully they make a Galvatron. I'd love to get a Galvatron in this style. But yeah, there you go. And here are my Mythic and Cosmic Legions. A line that I only had one figure that I got because it was kind of a Manny Faces tribute. And then the rest of these I got in 2025. I got my custom Boba Fett inspired figure. Got the Fisher Rice tribute figure. I'm having a blast with these guys. I think they're really cool. They just announced some new ones coming out. And yeah, when I find some of the older ones, I definitely pick them up if they're cool. That's the one I got at Joe Fest back there, the bat guy. I love the skeletons. Yeah, I just think they're too cool. My He-Man, my He-Man inspired. But so many different ways you can display these and customize them. Speaking of display, I've not put these on display yet. Right now I just kind of put them in a big tub and I pull them out every time I get a new one. But I definitely need to get these guys on display. And just a few days ago I picked up this one here to add to the collection. The Undead Builder Pack. But yeah, you got a lot of different pieces in there. You got some clear parts. Maybe those glow in the dark. I'm not sure. But he's going to be really cool, and I'm happy to add him to the collection. So that's where everything is now. It's exciting. I didn't expect to be into Mythic Legions. You watched the very first video. It was on New Year's Day when I filmed it. We went to Top Dog Comics, and my girlfriend, she went straight to the Mythic Legion area. She's like, this is my favorite. I even mentioned in the video, it's like, yeah, they're cool, but it's not something I'm into. And now I'm like, I'm gung-ho into it. I love it. And I'm picking those figures up here and there. So it's a lot of fun. I think for my goals for the remainder of the year, some of the things that things that make me happy when I think about them or when I see them. Battle Beasts. I love Battle Beasts. I don't know why. Every time I think about the 80s and toy collecting, I had some growing up. I didn't have a huge amount. But every time I see them, they just get me excited. So I'm like, I need to maybe just get some more Battle Beasts. And they're easy to display. You can put them, I have them like, they fit in the little cubes I have up here really nicely. So maybe focus on filling out my Battle Beast collection a little bit better. I'm always looking for Toxic Crusader. I still need to complete some of my vehicles and anything I can do to upgrade the figures I have. Everything looks pretty good as far as the figures, but I'm always looking. And when I do pick up extras, I'll compare what I have and pick out the better, and then I'll sell the other. I'm not really a big reseller. I do like whatnot shows here and there, and I'll sell stuff on eBay. But I'm usually just trying to do it to get it back out there. I'm not making a profit. So I'm not a reseller. That's why I tell people on whatnot, I'm a much better toy buyer than I am a seller. Because I'd rather it get to a good home quicker than to sit here and collect dust and get in the way. Another thing I've thought about making a priority or a kind of a grail hunt is I enjoy monsters in my pocket. And I think it's because like I like minifigures a lot. So I like muscles. The muscle ones I feel so vast. I don't know if I'd ever want to just cut down every individual one. I have a few here and there, but I'm happy with a small collection of those. But monster in my pocket, there's like a certain number of all the different characters, and it's something you can obtain. And there's a really cool display, the mountain, kind of like volcano mountain looking display. And I wouldn't mind getting that and displaying them on there. So that might be something I'm on the lookout for. We'll see what the rest of the year entails. And other things are just things that are kind of coming out. It's not like they're like I have Mask on pre-order. I have the Fright Zone for Motu on pre-order. Things that are just coming available, and I'm excited to get. I'm hoping I'll be able to pick up the Ghostbuster Ecto figures. They have the Ecto 1 and they have the figures. And the figures are reproductions of the originals they had back in the 80s, maybe the 90s. And then you have Ecto 1, which I don't think they've ever done before. They have the Ecto Glow. They look really cool, and I think they're exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con, but be able to pick those up if they're available. So I'm hoping that's not a thing that's like super exclusive and we can all get a chance to get them. Because I would like to get those. I like glow-in-the-dark figures a lot. And I think that'd be a lot of fun to pick up. So we'll see. But there's this things that I'm looking forward to, but they're not like, here's my grail for the year. And I'm looking forward to doing kind of like my end of the year top 10 picks of the year. So this and Instagram have been good as a way of keeping track of what I've picked up throughout the year. Hope y'all enjoyed watching my check-in video and haven't minded me rambling on. Like I said, I enjoy doing this. I hope y'all enjoy it too. So keep on checking in, and if you haven't done already, give me a like and subscribe. I've got some cool things coming up, some toy hunts, got some places I'm going to be going, and it's going to have some fun. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.